Welcome to New Teacher Talk. My name is Dr. Alisa Ross, and I'm the Director of Data Assessment and Quality Enhancement Plan at Southern University and A&M College. Today, I'm going to talk about the benefits of teacher mentors. Dictionary.com defines the word mentor as a wise and trusted counselor or friend, also an influential senior sponsor or supporter. So I have a question for you, the novice teacher. As you prepare for this school year, how do you feel? Are you prepared? Are you excited? Are you overwhelmed? Well, when I started my teaching journey, I was scared and I was also excited. I was ready to connect with my students and their parents. I was ready to make learning exciting and a classroom that was just welcoming and warm and inviting. But on the other hand, I also questioned if I was truly prepared to enter into this new career, this new chapter in my life. Thanks to my support system, as well as my experiences as a student teacher, I decided to face this new challenge head on because this was a goal and a dream of mine to become a certified teacher. As a novice teacher, I was assigned a mentor. Her name is Miss Fowler. Still to this day, we have a relationship. We don't talk as often, but we do still keep in touch with each other over 20 years. My content area was social studies, and her content area was special education. So immediately I began to question whether or not she would be an effective mentor simply because I looked at the relationship through the eyes of our content areas instead of the whole picture. Our time together, which was for 2 years, showed me that I was 100% wrong in regards to whether or not it was a compatible match. I would like to elaborate on some of the benefits associated with a mentor. Number one, your mentor has a wealth of experience and knowledge to share. So let's dig into that a little deeper. Most mentors have at least 5 years of experience. Over the time, some of them may have actually obtained a master's degree, a specialist degree, and or even a doctorate. In addition to that, they may have taught various grade levels and or subject areas. Therefore, they have a wealth of information to share with you. Number two, the both of you had a passion for teaching and learning. I think because of that, that is something big that the both of you can connect on, and it will help strengthen your mentor-mentee relationship. Number three, your mentor will be able to provide an extra layer of support to you as a novice teacher, because I'm sure you have experienced days where you are feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling stressed. You may even feel as if you don't know what to do or how to handle certain situations. So your mentor will be able to help guide you through your teaching career. At the beginning of my 13th year of teaching, my administrator at the time asked me if I wanted to serve as a mentor for our campus. So I actually taught at a 9th through 12th grade high school during my 13th year of teaching. Without any hesitation, I replied yes. I was excited about this opportunity because now I would be able to pour into teachers the way Miss Fowler poured into me. Even though I was younger than the majority of my mentees, they respected me and they welcomed my ideas and feedback. You know, as they say, first impressions are everything. So, how did I greet my mentees? Well, first, once they were identified to me, I took the time to walk up to them and to introduce themselves. Think about it. They were new teachers in a brand new environment, right? So that could have frightened them a little bit. But I, walked into my classroom, showed them around, explained to them my duties, my responsibilities as their mentor. From there, it did kind of help our mentor-mentee relationship because I showed them that I cared about them, right? And I showed them that I wanted to assist them in being the best teacher they could be. My mentees and I met on a monthly basis after school in my classroom. During this meeting time, I modeled instructional strategies for them. I listened when they needed to vent. I offered advice, suggestions, a different viewpoint to a lot of the ideas or questions that they had. And most importantly, I praised them for a job well done. You may say, wait, I don't understand. Okay, think about it. Your very first observation that will be conducted by your administrator, it can seem very intense. So, what did I do as the mentor? First things first, I walked my mentees through the process of identifying the lesson that they would teach, the activities that they would incorporate. And in our district, there was a particular scoring rubric in which teachers were evaluated. So I incorporated that rubric into our discussion to help them plan effectively. If the opportunity presented itself, not all of my mentees, but some of them asked if I would observe their lesson, like where they modeled it before, just to offer feedback. And absolutely, I did that. So after the observation was conducted and they received feedback from the administrator, they shared their results with me. And guess what? When they received glowing remarks, I praised them. We all enjoy being pat on the back. And so that's what I did in that moment. Whenever I would go and conduct classroom observations, or if I saw some amazing things taking place in their classrooms, I either wrote them a handwritten note and left it on their desk, or I sent them an email just to let them know, like, hey, I'm proud of you. Keep up the great work. Especially if there was an instructional strategy that I modeled during one of our meetings, and then to go into their classroom and see my mentees implement it, it was amazing. It let me know that they are watching and they are appreciative of what I'm sharing with them. As you begin to think about your mentoring experience, I encourage you to do the following. Number one, learn from your mentor. There's something that we all can learn. Every day I'm striving to learn something new. Even though I have over 20 years of experience in the profession, things are always changing. Number two, take notes during your mentor-mentee meetings. As I tell my students, I'm old school, right? So I love to write everything down. And there are some individuals, they may record things, they may take pictures, but whatever you do to capture the notes that are shared or presented to you, I encourage you to do that. Once again, even during those formal and even informal meetings with your mentor. The next step is observe your mentor teaching. Think about it. Many of us are visual learners, so we have to see something in action. Well, the same thing I would encourage you to do as a mentee. Observe your mentor teaching his or her students, their content area, maybe even an instructional strategy that they mentioned or described. And maybe you just need a little more clarification. Ask them, well, when are you planning to implement said strategy into your classroom? Is it okay if I come and observe you implement it? Next, don't be afraid to ask for help. Think about it. As teachers, we constantly tell our students, hey, let me know if you need help. Let me know if you don't understand something. So the same thing applies to teacher mentees. Don't be afraid to ask for help. That's the only way your mentor will be able to assist you effectively. Number 5, be open to constructive criticism. We say this, but I'm serious. So you may say, well, how would this be applied in this situation? If your mentor is available to come and observe you teaching, and let's say your mentor is using the same rubric that your administrator will use, although you may have thought that your lesson was amazing and that it was perfect, your mentor may suggest one or two things. And if so, I would encourage you to be open to constructive criticism. Because think about it, your mentor is here to help you, not hurt you. Lastly, I would say, remember to say thank you. Those two words mean a lot. When our students tell us thank you for something nice that we have done, it makes us feel good. So you may say, well, in what capacity or what arena am I able to actually tell my mentor thank you? Number of things, maybe after a meeting, and maybe that meeting was very rewarding for you. Before you leave the meeting, turn to your mentor and say, I just want to say thank you. If your mentor provides constructive criticism and you are open-minded and you see it, so to speak, from his or her point of view, your response simply could be, thank you for the feedback. So in closing, I would like to say thank you for listening. I hope you become a regular follower of this podcast channel. And remember, as a new teacher, we are here to help you.